Let's get you the headlines. Joy in India as 41 construction workers are rescued from the tunnel they had been trapped in for more than a fortnight. Our correspondent was there.
This has been a moment 17 days in the making.
12 more hostages have been released from Gaza as talks continue for a fresh extension to the truce. An escalating row between Britain and Greece over the Parthenon sculptures or Elgin marbles as Rishi Sunak cancels a meeting with the Greek Prime Minister. An aviation history in the making. A jet powered by waste fats and plant proteins flies from London and lands in New York. A bit of aviation history in the making that we're looking at. A plane entirely powered by waste fats and plant proteins has travelled from London to New York. And airlines are seeing the flight supported by UK government funding as proof that a greener way of flying is possible. Well, last year, aviation accounted for about 2% of global carbon dioxide emissions.
The latest attempt to expel Republican Representative George Santos from Congress gears up after an ethics committee accuses him of stealing campaign funds.
The Philippines says it is restarting formal negotiations to end a decades-long armed conflict with the communist rebels. There have been no official talks for 6 years, though unofficial negotiations have continued. The goal is to transform the New People's Army into a peaceful political movement, but no ceasefire has been agreed upon, and the government says security operations on their part will continue. Chinese President Xi Jinping has called for greater legal protection for foreign companies that invest in China as he seeks to lure back overseas investors. Well, the president said it was vital to help foreign companies to operate inside China and to safeguard their intellectual property rights. Western businesses have warned Beijing that confidence in the Chinese system has been on the decline. Australia has announced a ban on importing disposable vapes from the start of January. The Health Minister, Mark Butler, said the goal was to reverse what he called a disturbing increase in vaping among young people. Legislation is due next year that will further restrict disposable vapes by prohibiting the manufacture, advertising or supply in Australia. All right, staying with Australia, the Prime Minister there, Anthony Albanese, is apologising in Parliament to those people whose lives have been impacted by thalidomide, the ingredient in a morning sickness drug that caused significant birth defects in babies. Well, the drug was issued to expectant mothers in the early 1960s, but was later found to cause deformities in unborn babies, including damage to internal organs. The Australian government says 146 people are officially registered with the Thalidomide Survivors Support Programme, but it's unclear how many more people have been impacted.